You are watching the 2025 NBA Epitome Game Series, presented by Law Murray, Power Rankings Project Ringmaster at The Athletic. This is where I pick out one game from each team from the last regular season. I'm putting the spotlight on the biggest weakness of the 14 teams that missed the playoffs and the biggest strength of the 16 playoff teams from the regular season. This installment features the Indiana Pacers. Anyone who thought the Pacers were a fluke team that got to the 2024 Eastern Conference Finals might have felt some validation after Indiana stumbled out to a 10-15 start. When January began, Indiana was under 500 and getting slept on so much that Tyrese Halliburton was not selected as an All-Star. Some players even told a certain national outlet that Halliburton was the most overrated player in the league. But from January on, the Pacers had the fourth best record in the NBA. Siakam was an All-Star, while Halliburton was an All-NBA selection. The Pacers won 50 games for the first time in more than a decade, and then Halliburton touched God in the playoffs, leading Indiana past the Bucks, Cavaliers, and Knicks, while capping massive double-digit comebacks with thrilling game-winning or game-tying shots in each of those series. For the first time in 25 years, the Pacers were in the NBA Finals, where they announced themselves as a threat to Oklahoma City by the end of Game 1 with yet another Halliburton game winner to erase a double-digit deficit. But Halliburton tore his Achilles tendon early in Game 7 for what might be the most devastating loss in the NBA Finals in more than 30 years. The epitome game for the Pacers came at Denver in April. Siakam was out due to an elbow injury, while Jamal Murray was out due to a hamstring issue. The Pacers had a top 10 offense while being elite at controlling more than just the pace of the game. First minute of this game, and Denver makes it very clear how they want to defend Tyrese Halliburton. They're going to show him bodies. Nikola Jokic, Jalen Pickett, they force the ball out of Tyrese Halliburton's hands. Miles Turner probably could have got this ball to Aaron Nesmith himself. He gets it to Nembhard cutting, and Nembhard delivers an amazing pass to Aaron Nesmith for a corner three. I mentioned pace earlier, not just because of the pun intended, Indiana Pacers. Obi Toppin contests Michael Porter Jr. above the break three. It's a miss. The Pacers get the defensive rebound. TJ McConnell, advanced pass because no one picks up Obi Toppin. He drops it over the entire Denver Nuggets transition defense, or the lack thereof. And this is what Indiana does. They are not trying to wait until you get back and for them to be in half court sets to attack you. They are trying to attack you early and often. Now, that said, when they are in the half court, they're trying to hit the roll man. You see two bodies on Tyrese Halliburton. Aaron Gordon is trying to defend the perimeter and the interior at the same time. That's just too much. Halliburton dime to Turner. Fourth quarter, the Pacers had a 10-point lead. It's a close game inside 2 minutes. And once again, the Nuggets have Jokic up, forcing the ball out of Halliburton's hands. That's your point guard next year, Andrew Nembhard. Putting Aaron Gordon in the dirt, mid-range, pull up, good. The Indiana Pacers did not have a single turnover in the fourth quarter of this game. The Pacers won this game 125 to 120, overcoming a 13-point first half deficit and compiling a season best 34 to 6 assist to turnover ratio. This also wound up being the game that got Denver's head coach and general manager fired. Indiana ranked second in assist to turnover ratio last season. Only the Nuggets and Hawks had more assists than Indiana last season, and only 3 teams had fewer turnovers than the Pacers. Indiana knew Halliburton would miss next season while rehabbing from surgery. What they did not know was that Miles Turner would bounce after a decade with the franchise to sign with the rival Milwaukee Bucks, leaving the Pacers without a legitimate starting center. There's still enough talent here for the Pacers to compete for a playoff spot in the East, and a slit trade during the finals allowed Indiana to get their 2026 first-round pick back from New Orleans. But make no mistake, it's going to be a long time before the Pacers can recapture the momentum that they had in between January and June again. Stay tuned for the next installment of the 2025 NBA Epitome Game Series, featuring the Oklahoma City Thunder.